Well, hello, everybody. Ms.K here. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite poems, a poem by Emily Dickinson called Tell All the Truth, but Tell It Slant. So let's jump in, shall we? The first thing I want to ask all of you to think about is a question. I call it the big idea, essential question. Here it is. Is it always best, class, to be brutally honest with people all the time? Or are there times where it's good to take a more gentle, less direct approach in your interactions with other people? Okay, so there's the essential big question for you. And as you might have guessed, this poem is going to be talking just exactly about that. So let's go ahead and hear the poem. And I want to start off by explaining to you that poems are just like onions, okay? They have layers of meaning, kind of like what Shrek said many years ago in his original movie, Shrek, okay? And he said that onions have layers and ogres have layers. Well, guess what, class? Poetry has layers too. So when you hear a poem, you want to hear it at least 3-4 times to really get the depth at it. All right, so let's go ahead and hear it. First time through, I'm just going to read it to you. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Success in circuit lies. Too bright for our infirm delight, the truth's superb surprise. As lightning to the children ease, with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. Now that you've heard this poem read once, I'm going to read it again to you, but this time I'm going to show you my screen. And I want you to notice two poetic elements of this poem. First of all, I'd like you to notice the meter of the poem. Here it is, Emily Dickinson's Tell All the Truth, but Tell It Slant. And the meter of the poem is a regular rhythm that kind of sounds like a heartbeat. It's got a soft, hard, soft, hard, soft, hard, soft, hard beat. And we call that iambic meter. It's got a ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum kind of a beat. And let me show you what I mean. I'm going to read the first line here, and I'm going to have you listen as I read it with a beat here, okay? Here we go. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Second line. Success in circuit lies. So if you hear those first two syllables, tell all, da-da, tell all, the truth, da-da, but tell, da-da, it's slant, da-da, soft, hard, soft, hard, soft, hard, soft, hard. It's got a heartbeat, kind of a stress, unstressed, stress, unstressed, stress. And her rhythm, again, is what we call iambic meter. Okay, that's the first thing I want you to know. Now let me read it a second time to you. And this time, I'm going to read the whole poem all the way through, and I want you to listen for her rhyme, okay? Because that's another important poetic element of this poem. Here we go. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Success in circuit lies. Too bright for our infirm delight, the truth's superb surprise. As lightning to the children ease, with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. And you can hear, as I was reading that poem, that there are some end rhymes that rhyme with each other, okay? First of all, we have the word lies in the second line, success in circuit lies. And it rhymes with the fourth line, the true superb surprise. Hear that similar sound? That's what we call exact rhyme. And then again, she does exact rhyme in the next two lines. With explanation kind, and the very last line she rhymes again, or every man be blind. Okay, see, here are those exact rhymes. Lies, surprise, rhyme. And then we have kind and blind also rhyme. Okay, so we've got two elements of a poem that we've heard. Now, we've heard about the meter of the poem, and we've now heard about the rhyme of the poem. We're going to go to the third part of the poem, and that is the theme of the poem. And I'm going to share my screen again with you because I want you to note that when she's talking about telling the truth, she's saying, tell it slanted, tell it gently. Let's take a look. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Don't be direct, be indirect. Success in circuit lies, meaning go in a roundabout way with the truth. Don't tell it straight up. Be gentle. Tell it at an angle. Too bright for our infirm delight. The truth superb surprise. In other words, sometimes the truth is too much and it blinds us. It's too much. It hurts us. So, for example, it's that age-old question of the woman who asks her guy, right? She says, honey, does this dress make me look fat? Okay, oh, that horrible word, F-A-T, fat, that no woman ever likes to hear. And instead of being an honest guy, maybe the best thing sometimes is, for example, to say it in an indirect way. So instead of saying, oh, yes, honey, let me go ahead and share with you all. The word fat, yes, it makes you look fat. It makes you look heavy, overweight, flabby, bloated, gross, gargantuan, beefy, porky, elephantine, etc. No. Guys, take your lesson from Emily Dickinson, okay? Tell all the truth, but tell it slanted. Because if you want success in your relationships, success in circuit, meaning in a roundabout way of telling the truth, lies, all right? Sometimes it's too bright, the truth, too bright for our infirm delight, the truth, superb surprise. It kind of reminds me of Abraham Lincoln when in that Geico commercial, he, Honest Abe, right? He was known for telling the truth. And there's that old Geico commercial where his wife asks him, does this dress make me look fat? And, if only Honest Abe had used Emily Dickinson's advice and not been so direct, maybe he would have had a better relationship with his woman. Does this dress make my backside look big? Uh-oh, he's heading for a divorce.
Perhaps.
Oh, don't tell her. Best thing to do would be to, keep that to yourself, guys, okay? And let's pay some heed to Emily Dickinson's lesson about telling all the truth, but telling it slant. She says that as lightning to the children ease with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually. Don't tell everyone everything. Be gentle. Gradually tell them. Don't blind them, or every man be blind. And it reminds me of that movie, that one scene from The Sound of Music, right, where the children in the movie were they were afraid because they heard thunder and lightning. And you remember, if you've seen that movie, that they said to Maria Von Trapp, Von Trapp, Governess Maria, why is the lightning making such a loud noise with the thunder? It's scaring me. The thunder is making a loud noise, rather. And then she gives a little explanation that's so much kinder. She says, oh, it's just the lightning says one thing and the thunder answers back. And that's the way she calms the kids down, and the kids aren't so scared. And so going back to our original poem here, Emily Dickinson knew this truth a long time ago. She says, as lightning to the children ease, with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually, or every man and woman will be blind. Okay, so Our lesson is three things. Number one, the beat of Emily Dickinson's poem is iambic. Number two, she uses end rhyme, specifically exact rhyme. And lesson number three, the big idea, essential question. When you're telling the truth, don't be direct, be slanted, be gentle. Don't blind everybody with a brutal truth and honesty. Sometimes it's good to be not so direct. On that note, I hope you all learned a good thing about Emily Dickinson's poetry. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. And I will see you next time around. Bye-bye, everybody.